Hey Sneakies, welcome back for some more Warframe on the PlayStation 4. In the last episode we played through the prologue that came along with update 14, and now we're going to play through a quest called VOR'S Prize that takes place immediately afterwards. As always, don't forget to click like if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more in this series. Also hit subscribe if you have not already done so to become a Sneaky today. That way you can continue to easily follow the series in the future and never miss another video in it ever again. I do hope you enjoy. Here we go.
Operator, you have returned. I am Ordis, ship Cephalon, a shadow of my former self. I cannot serve the operator in such a condition. Order me to self-destruct. I will understand.
That will not be necessary, good sir.
The Grineer are ravenous for this old technology. It is superior to theirs. Perhaps there are systems left in the orbiter compartment?
Well, anything's possible.
Look at this mess. Those savages. Components have been removed. The lower orbiter compartments have no life support. Why did the operator abandon me?
I don't know, you seem like such a nice guy.
Arsenal management could be restored if the operator wishes it.
Well, that goes without saying, good sir. But, yeah, I'll still say it. So, let's see, where are we going here? Let's explore the ship a little bit before we continue on. I don't think it's very big, so it shouldn't take very long. Alright, so this is offline. And this says VOR'S Prize Restore Ship Comms, and then Operation Breeding Grounds is the current event taking place with this new update. We'll get into a video on that later. Now, all of the menu options are actually going to be little components inside the ship here, so they're all locked right now until I complete this mission in its entirety. Install segments, alright.
You honor Ordis. Now I can supply the operator with better modded firepower. Oh, the violation. Those have been looted as well.
Hello again, Arsenal.
We need to figure out what Captain Vor has done to you and stop him, but we'll need help. I found a communication segment we might salvage for your ship. When you are ready, activate your navigation system.
Ordis hopes the operator will punish the Grineer for dismantling it.
Oh, well I was going to do that regardless, but I guess that just gives me an extra reason to do so now. Anyways, I guess completing all these little mini objectives within this quest line will actually unlock each menu option back up. So here's the arsenal again. And as you can see, the menus look so much better now, a whole lot more professional. They've given it a complete overhaul from before. And there's the infamous Mirage. I cannot wait to unlock her and play as her now. She's the only regular Warframe I do not currently have. And technically she's the only Warframe in the game I currently don't have, because everybody who hasn't had an intro video yet is waiting in the foundry, almost ready to claim. They'll be ready soon enough, I'm sure. But yes, we're gonna use Ember Prime for this first mission, I guess, and we'll stick with the Ogress, the Murloc, and also the Orthos Prime for this. Seems like they're an appropriate choice, considering they're really the only things I don't have leveled up yet. Except for the Murloc, but that's only because I don't have another secondary to level up just yet. So I guess we come up here, and oh wow, they completely changed this too, look at that. So this is how we're going to navigate through all of the missions now. Before we just had like a huge star chart where there were actually planets hovering around, but this looks a whole lot better now. And all of the planets are here, as well as the dojo and the void. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, Earth is now the first planet, so if you're a new player, you will be starting here for all your missions, no longer Mercury. And wow, look at how you actually choose missions now. It looks so much more professional. It's really going to be amazing going through this entire update to see everything they improved. It feels like a more complete and professional game now. Granted, it is still in beta, so it'll probably change even further as it continues through the development process, but it's definitely getting better over time for sure. Alright, so it looks like this is an infestation, alright. An invasion infestation. And we're just scrolling through each of these missions here. Alright, looks like this is an invasion. Alright, so invasion missions apparently are green on the map now. Anyways, mission number 1 is Mantle. It's an interception mission, Grineer faction. Their levels range from 1 to 2. Let's get going.
A
Infiltrated!
nearby communication tower coordinates Grineer attacks on the colonies. It will have the segment we need.
You got it, Lotus.
The Ascaris is working, breaking through. I see the shadows of your mind.
That's kind of creepy, but that's because if you remember in the prologue, Vor actually installed this device on us. And it's something that we have to remove, which is why we're going through this whole little quest that we're doing. So we have to go through and find these segments on these different missions. I will, of course, be tearing through all of these poor Grineers because they are such a low level. Even though Ember Prime's only level 6, my weapons are actually pretty high. At least in comparison to them. A level 14 Ogress will, of course, make them beg for mercy, but, you know, as soon as a rocket hits you, you can't really do much talking anymore. Alright, so we gotta activate this here. No problemo.
You must protect the tower from Grineer until the decoupling finishes.
Now keep in mind, this whole quest also is meant to be a tutorial as well. It's introducing all of the different mission types. So it is kind of odd doing this so late in the series, but that's kind of what happens when you're playing through a game that's constantly in development.
As every moment passes, the Ascaris burrows deeper, revealing you.
Vor really is like that creepy boyfriend that won't leave the girl alone. Oh, poor Ember Prime. Shouldn't have went into that bar last night. Alright, so a quick World on Fire will quickly help clear these enemies out. Just have to keep running around and it will follow me around, demolishing every last one of them. And then we just have to wait for that percentage in the top left-hand corner to reach 100%, and we should be good to go. See if we can get the Ogres. Oh, man, he just missed that. Like, the smoke actually grazed him. So close.
Do not let the Grineer regain control of the tower.
That'll never happen. Oh, that was a direct hit. Now, you don't want to actually try to physically make contact with them with the Ogres. You want to actually shoot the ground around them. And then just hope for the area of effect to actually help you out there. Alright, so let's see. We're there.
Take the segment.
Alright, so we just gotta take the segment. Looks like it's back up by that computer terminal. And we can't get up over here. So we'll go back around this way. Slicey, slicey. Always gotta mix in a few of those here and there. Segment acquired.
We have what we came for. Now get to extraction.
Alright, perfect. So we're just going to launch one of these World on Fires. This is actually a pretty decent strategy to use when you plan on extracting, because there will be a lot of enemies typically trying to prevent you from reaching that point. So if you launch this and you start running to the extraction point, you will be burning them all alive as you're running past them. Okay, now we just have to reach the green icon on the minimap to finally get out of this place. I have to say, this is only my first mission, technically, besides the tutorial so far in Update 14. And the game does feel a whole lot more complete than it did before. Granted, it's still not that close, but we're definitely getting there. Like, they just kind of randomly added this tile set into the game in one of the updates. But now it kind of feels more or less like an actual mission. A more professional mission, anyway.
The communication segment will connect the ship with our Tenno operatives. You are not alone in this fight, Tenno.
Oh, I know. There's plenty of friends out there. And look at this final mission complete menu, too. So much more professional looking. It, like, legitimately felt like a beta before. Can't wait to see what it's going to look like in the final release, though. It's probably going to be epic compared to this, even. So, Vor's Prize, liberate the imprisoned arms dealer. I'm assuming that's the next mission we have to complete. Let's take a quick look through this before we leave, though. Oh, nice. It even shows you, like, in a separate view, all the mods. That was one problem I had with the old system. You couldn't see literally everything you acquired on the mission from that one screen because you couldn't scroll through it. And it even looks really cool, too, when you look at the stats over here.
Orbiter Void Cloak engaging. Welcome back, Operator. The Operator has recovered a segment.
Install it now.
Ordis patiently awaits its installation.
Well, someone's awfully bossy now, isn't he?
Get communications online. I must analyze what VOR'S Ascaris is doing to your warframe. This technology is beyond the Grineer. It must be Corpus in origin.
Interesting, so Vor is now tangling up with the Corpus somehow, or is stealing their technology. And here we go.
Systems engaging. I suppose this will do. Ordis is grateful.
Nice, we got the market back, and I like the whole little banner there too.
The operator is now connected with other Tenno in the system. The operator may now contact all black market scumbags. Contact arms dealers.
This guy's kind of rude.
Excellent idea, Ordis. Tenno, we need to make contact with a Corpus defector sympathetic to the Tenno cause. They will, of course, require compensation.
You see what Ordis is referring to, operator?
Just because they profit off the suffering of others?
In this case, compensation will not be credits. It will be freedom. I've updated navigation. You will need to break him out of a Grineer gulag.
This should be fun. So I guess this is how the rescue missions are actually going to evolve in the game. So we're going to grab a different warframe for this one. I'll actually use a different one for each of these little missions in here. So who will be next up? It's going to be a rescue mission, so let's give Zephyr a shot. Alright, so next up is Mariana Earth. Rescue mission, Grineer faction, their levels range from 1 to 3. Liberate the imprisoned arms dealer. Let's get in and get him out. Infiltrated. Here we go.
The arms dealer is named Darvo. He's being held in the prison block on the other side of this factory complex.
I'm sure you all remember Darvo if you've been following this series. He's got some daddy issues, but we'll be seeing more of him in the future in the storyline.
How many Grineer slaves died to build this place?
Probably a couple. Anywho, this is actually going to be the first time I'm using a Rescue 2.0 mission since they updated the whole mission type in the game.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here. Darvo was out for himself, but he is sympathetic toward the Tenno. The Grineer must have found out.
Well, that was kind of foolish of me to jump into that big tub of acid, but... or whatever it is. Well, let's leave the past in the past. Anyways, yes, this will be the first time I'm doing the Rescue 2.0 mission. They actually completely updated the mission type. So there's a scoring system based on how well you do. Obviously, I'm not going for a stealth approach, so I will not get the maximum number of points, but that is okay. This video is going to be ridiculously long too, by the way, I'm sure. Probably like an hour long.
They spotted you. Get ready for a fight.
Oh, yes.
We've been wrong all this time. Tenno do not control the Warframe's divine energy. The Tenno are that energy. This Warframe you control is merely a glass, shaping your furious flight.
Oh, no.
Don't let Vor distract you. Focus on the mission. It's our only hope of figuring out this link with him.
It's kind of hard not to get distracted by him. He keeps popping up on like half my screen.
This is the prison block. If you can avoid detection by the warden, it may be easier to get Darvo out. Bypass the security so we can enter. Bypass complete. You may proceed.
Let's go for a double kill here. Got one. Okay, kind of a double kill. Not really close enough, but it still kind of worked out. Take that, you foolish warden. So there's different enemy types here called wardens. Killing them all gets an extra point, so it's obviously beneficial to do so. I don't think it really matters too much in this tutorial mission, though. Alright, so we're just going to hack this, and then on the other side of that door should be all of the cells where Darvo is hiding within. Not by choice, but he's still in there.
Search these cells for Darvo. He has to be here somewhere.
Alright, so there's only 2 doors with the green light on them, so that means he's only within one of them. Hopefully this one. Damn it, Darvo! Oh, get some backup coming in. Well, let's hold him off. Wow, how did that miss him? No way. Alright, that one didn't. Alright, so he's got to be behind door number 2. Time to reveal yourself, sir. Let's get out of here.
I owe you for this, General. I will get my entourage to meet us in orbit once we're clear of this mess.
Got it, sir.
Extraction is ready. Remember, your success here depends on getting Jarvo out of there, alive.
Not a problem. You can always give a prisoner your secondary weapon, which I just did, so he now has the Marelock. He only has a little bit of health, but he should be fine. I'll make sure the pathway's clear for him.
The Lotus must be desperate to send you fetching greedy fools from the corpus.
I really don't know what's going on with the Lotus. I know some people are kind of suspicious about her motives, but I'm not going to find out that for a while anyway.
Now the Ascaris has burrowed deep enough to give me influence. Shall we see how your shields work?
I'd rather you didn't.
Ascaris is letting Vor control your shield. We must figure out how to remove it. Avoid taking damage while I try and block him.
What damage? Are you insane? I mean, these are kind of little enemies, but still. Dodging bullets is not my specialty. Alright, so this should be the extraction out here. Just have to reach down there and we're good to go.
Mission complete. The captive has been liberated. You will be rewarded for this, Tenno.
So we got the mod segment, so we should be able to go unlock that menu now in our ship. Excellent. Vor's Prize, locate the foundry segment, so that would be next. We didn't really level up much, but that's to be expected considering they're such a low level. And we did get a few mods. Nothing great, but not bad for somebody who's a beginning player. And a quick look through the stats before we move along. And there we go.
I see the operator can enable the mod segment now. Ordis will be delighted to show you how to upgrade your arsenal. May I recommend fire?
I love fire. Just like Ember Prime. Alright, so we're going down here, and it looks like we're going to unlock the mod segment right here.
Operator, I've linked the mod segment to your arsenal now. No need to thank me.
Upgrade your Warframe now.
Go to the arsenal to see the weapon upgrade options you have.
This guy is really bossy. I'm not sure if I like him or not yet. Anywho, oh nice. Definitely looks much fancier than it did before.
Ordis patiently awaits compliance in using the new arsenal features. It is for the operator's own good.
Man does have a point. Anyways, I'm just going to scroll through these really quick. I do have a pretty large collection. That's because I've been playing for a long time now. Go to the fusion menu. This is where you go to actually upgrade your mods.
Ordis patiently awaits compliance in using the new arsenal features. It is for the operator's own good.
I can see he likes to repeat himself. You can also come in here to sell your mods. And then transmute is how you exchange 4 of your mods for a different one. A random one will be sent to you.
Ordis patiently awaits compliance in using the new arsenal features. It is for the operator's own good.
Relax, you're such a nag, man. Alright, so we're going to the arsenal. Right over here. And I guess he just wants me to go in and use the upgraded menu.
An excellent find, operator. There are hundreds of these mods to locate. If my calculations are correct, there are exactly a lot of possibilities. Install the mod before we can continue.
Alright, so let's see.
Ordis is
Angry.
I may require maintenance after all.
He's popped up a lot more than Lotus is, so he might actually get pretty annoying soon. Oh, man. Alright, so we'll put on an upgraded version of Flow just for now. I don't think it matters what I do here. Then there's no option to accept.
Thanks for helping me out back there. I'm in your debt, and I often pay my debts. I recognize that device. It's a parasitic restraint. We Corpus use something similar to keep our robotics in line. So, to settle my debt, I give you a very expensive blueprint. For free. Because I like you. And well, a lot of my customers don't live long with these grenade dogs chewing up the system. Here, use your foundry to build a countermeasure device from this blueprint. Good luck.
Oh, that Darvo, he's such a comedian.
Vor's Ascaris is burrowing into your warframe. I'm worried it will affect your mind. I can't lose you, Tenno. We must restore the ship's foundry immediately.
I will. Where do I go to do this?
A nearby ore extraction colony will have the foundry technology you need. I am certain they will share it with you. Its location has been added to your navigation console.
To the navigation we go. But first, let's take a quick look at the market. Actually didn't scroll through this before like I intended to. Alright, so this is the little featured tab where you go to find the specials and whatnot. Here's the Warframe tab. Then weapons, equipment, and then finally bundles. Now, it's probably some good deals in these bundles, but for now I'm not going to. Then the last tab is to go to the PlayStation Store to buy some platinum. And that's it. Not too shabby. So we'll go switch our Warframe really quick before we start the next mission. And who shall we choose? Let us see. Ideally, I want to try to select low-level Warframes, so I can at least level them up while I'm doing this. And I guess Valkyrie is a good choice. Here we go.
Tenno, we may have a problem. The colony is unresponsive. Get to the surface so we can see what's going on.
Alright, Cambria, exterminate mission, Grenier faction. Their levels range from 1 to 3. Locate the Foundry segment. Infiltrated!
I was afraid of this. The Grenier are here, and I cannot find any signs of living colonists. You still have a job to do. Find the Foundry segment.
Alright, so this can be an exterminate mission. That means I have to go in and destroy every last enemy. However, it has not prompted me to do so yet. So I'm going to assume it will eventually come up, but not just yet. Not sure exactly what it's waiting for. I guess we'll find out. Now, Valkyrie is one of the best tanks to use in the game. There's also Rhino. There's some debate between all the Warframe players about who's actually the best one to go with. And there's really good reasons for both of them. She's definitely very valuable to have on a team, though, for sure. Alright, look at that. Already 4 stealth kills, and I'm not even trying to get them. Nice. Of course, shield guys don't stand much of a chance. Clear that gap like it was nothing.
You've been seen. Ready your weapon.
Really, I had no idea.
You located the Foundry segment. Now pick it up. Good. Your ship is one step closer to completion. Now, there is one more thing you need to do. Eliminate all Grenier and provide justice for the colonists.
I like the way you think, Lotus.
Soon the worm will be in your spine, and I will control this warframe of yours. I will purge your doting mother and bring you home.
Well, I won't be losing any sleep over that empty threat. Alright, so now we finally have the opportunity to eliminate every last Grenier on this mission. Get some good old-fashioned revenge. Personally, I really enjoy revenge. Might even consider listing on my resume someday. Alright, so we have to get out of there. Oh, that was a pretty nice little maneuver. It is possible to be pretty good with the whole parkour element system in the game, but it's a little bit more difficult than PS4 from what I understand. It's more challenging to control it with precision. Alright, apparently this enemy is up there still, so we have to go find him. It's definitely not down there. How do we get... Alright, so we have to take the damn elevator again. Alright, so we're going back up. Oh, he's hiding over here. Coming to find you. Or actually, I guess this is where the majority of them are now.
By Grenier Marines.
More like they're surrounded by my fists of fury. Rip line, there we go. Had to mix in some abilities. I haven't been doing it very often in this particular episode so far. And of course we need Hysteria. Now one of the cool things that actually improved with this last update is they actually changed the animations for Hysteria, so it looks a lot different, as you can probably already tell. Looks pretty cool. Still need to find a way to increase the duration for myself. I need to get some better mods on her. She still has a few levels to go before she's maxed out. Still need to put an Orkin reactor on her too, so she has more capacity on her. Noted for the future. Alright, there we go. 28, 10 enemies to go. Try to get this over as quickly as possible. I really like how they've improved it so that it's not just go in here and eliminate these Grenier for no apparent reason. Now you're going in to get revenge for the poor colonists who they've completely demolished apparently and took over this little area. And then a rescue mission's not just going in and rescuing some random guy who's sympathetic to our cause. We're going to save an arms dealer.
Let's override the security.
Obviously that particular instance is only going to apply to this whole VOR mission here, but still, it's a thought that counts really. And I have to say, after using the Ogres for a good amount of time now, I really like it. Just like the way with the Penta is actually pretty different than most of the guns in the game. The Ogres is pretty different.
Override complete. Move on.
I just really enjoy the variety, so I'm going to have to wall run and get this last enemy up here. Where is he? Oh, there you are. And now we just have 6 more to go before we can extract. Get out of here. Oh yes, I love that. Makes it so much more epic when you're actually using a zipline while you're killing somebody like that. I'll tell you, the majority of them are right here. Nice. So we have 1 left. Where is he? Good night.
You killed the last Grenier. If there are any colonists left, they will know justice has been done for their families. Time for extraction.
I'm just glad to know that me going on a very vicious and absolutely insane rampage like I've just done is really making a difference in the world. Truly makes me feel special. Anywho, we have to get out of here finally, so we'll just follow up here, and this is the extraction room. We'll just jump this gap and boom!
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Alright, so not bad. We got the Foundry segment, which is the most important thing here, of course. Got a few mods, nothing great. Leveled up slightly. VOR'S prize, raid the Corpus resource caches. That'll be the next mission coming up. And decent. Alright, so we got the Foundry segment. Oh, we also got a Neurodes. Nice. And there's a quick look at the mods, even though they're nothing special. And a quick look at the stats before we move along. There we go.
Your Foundry segment is ready for installation, Operator. Will the Operator build a Cephalon to replace me?
I'm considering it. Thanks for giving me the idea. So we'll go down here and install the next segment. Looks like it right over here. And excellent, we now have a Foundry again.
Foundry restored. Here, the Operator will craft many powerful weapons and tools to exact revenge for dismantling me. To expand your arsenal.
There's some more revenge, I love this.
Oh no. Operator, our component storage has been looted as well.
That's alright, we'll collect all this stuff.
Typical Corpus. Sure, the blueprint is free, but jack up the components. Operator, we will need resources in order to build the countermeasure blueprint.
Well, that shouldn't be an issue. Say a quick look through all the menus here before we move along.
Tenno, I just received a very explicit message from your ship, Cephalon. If you're looking for resources, why didn't you just say so? I know just the place, but I demand an apology. My mother is no gymnast, and she would never eat those things.
You can go straight to... Operator, I am sorry.
Wow. You may want to get a new ship Cephalon when you can afford it. That one seems glitched. I've marked your navigation with a place I know. It's good for resources, if you can stand the cold.
I definitely like how they're starting to add some comedy into the game. It's kind of just like this whole serious thing before. Now they're starting to make it like it's no big deal that the whole universe is in trouble or whatever is actually going to end up happening. Anywho, now, obviously Frost would be the obvious choice here. However, I'm not going to go with him. On one hand, yes, he does need a level up, but there are still other Warframes that need a level up too. And that may not even necessarily be the only factor I take in consideration here. As a matter of fact, Trinity hasn't really been in the series that much, so let's use her this time. And this will be Everest. It's a hijack mission, Corpus faction. The levels range from 2 to 3, and we must raid the Corpus resource caches. Let's do this. Infiltrated.
Darvo's intel suggests that this outpost is host to several rich supply caches. Raid the caches and take what you need. This outpost belongs to the Corpus, a secretive but extremely powerful merchant cult known to be working with the Grineer. Darvo will fill you in.
Legions of robots, mindless automatons, freaking lasers. These guys are bad news, but they're also loaded, which is why you're here. Technically this is stealing, but don't let that bother you. The Corpus aren't exactly beacons of moral fortitude either. They sell anything to anyone. Don't get me wrong, I like profits. A lot. But I don't sell my wares to the damned Grineer. That's unforgivable.
You have murdered my sons and disgraced me before my queens. But soon, the Ascaris will complete its task and bring you to me.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you. The bypass is done. Go. Keep moving. There is more here.
Alright, so this looks pretty straightforward. I'm just going and collecting these crates, which is basically just destroying these little stands that you normally collect resources from.
Good work, but you're not done yet.
Basically just telling you how to play the game normally to collect resources. Nothing out of the ordinary here. And then there's one more and we should be extracting out of here, so it's going to be a really short mission. Also interesting that apparently the Corpus and Grineer are working together.
Time for extraction, Tara. You've got all you came for.
The Ascaris has reached your mind and rendered your lotus mute. You will return to me over your own free will.
Now he's trying to lure poor Trinity back to his place. This guy just doesn't give up. Alright, now I'm just using Link just to show you how it works. If you've been following the series, you've already seen it, but basically, she launches this and then all the damage she's taking from the enemies are being launched back out onto them.
You've been seen. Ready your weapon.
Pretty nice little tactic for sure. She used to be really powerful thanks to this back in the day. Guess they debuffed her in one of these updates. Alright, so let us continue.
Bypass complete. You may proceed.
It's also really useful, as you can see there, it actually showed me there was an enemy on the other side of the door. Alright, so now we're just going to reach the extraction. This has always been a really cool room. Oh, and I never realized that those ships up there actually landed while I was coming through here. I thought they were always there. It's actually very cool. I like how they make it more interactive in the environment rather than having everything just a static thing that doesn't move around. Alright, so we're getting out of here. Very likely won't be any more enemies in the rest of the mission, but you never know. There was also supposedly some terminals around here I could actually hack into. And it would give me kind of like an ally corpus MOA, which is a little robot thing. Oh man, that was just barely a successful jump. And that was not. Damn it. Let's try it one more time. Ah, I didn't get a good jump there. You have to do the roll and jump. Alright, let's just use the zipline. Never mind this nonsense. And mission complete.
You are mine.
Even had to put in that one last, "You're mine." And we got a Morphix, not bad. We must need that to actually build this device. Alright, Vor's prize obtained the Mercury nav segment. That'll be our next mission. We only got 46 credits out of that. That was kind of a rip-off. Anyways, quick look at the stats before we move along. And there we go.
Operator, are you alright?
This part of your journey is over, Tenno. I admire you for your struggle, but now I am part of you.
Lotus, do something. Help the operator.
We Grineer are millions strong, but with a flaw. We are diseased, rotten, sterile. But now we have you.
Operator, do not abandon me again. Build the countermeasure.
Aha! Vor is sterile. No wonder why he's so angry. Silly Vor, you can't make anything happen with Trinity.
I did this for my love, my queens. They will forgive my insubordination when I deliver you to them. Our love will be reborn as we feed on your divine blood. Our children will flourish without disease. And I will die at last, at peace. Father, grandfather. What do you think you're doing?
Oh, just building this little device thing here. I'm sure you won't mind. And now we just have to wait, 23 or so seconds. So, Sneakies, how you doing today? Oh, that's good. I'm good too. Thanks for asking. Alright, so 10 seconds and we'll finally have this device off of us and Vor will no longer control our mind. And we'll finally get to hear the Lotus again. Yay! Yay. Alright, it is finished building, so let us claim it and move along.
What a waste.
Rejected.
Tenno. Good. You managed to disarm Vor's Ascaris. I thought I lost you.
You don't know me very well now, do you?
Oh no. The Ascaris had a tampering failsafe. It's burrowed into you and armed itself. We'll need to find Vor before it detonates. Get to navigation. Boarding a Grineer ship to access their personnel records will be the fastest way to find Vor.
Operator, what are you waiting for?
Well, it's still kind of controlling me there for a second if you don't mind. Okay?
Ordis assumes finding Vor implies violence?
Oh, you know me so well already. We're gonna get along just splendidly.
Hello, Operator. May I suggest you access navigation and save your life? For my sake.
And there you go, repeating yourself again. I take it back. Alright, so next up, Frost will be here for a hijack mission on Pacific Earth. It's going to be a Grineer faction. The levels range from 2 to 4, and we must obtain the Mercury Nav segment. Let us do this. Infiltrated!
The systems on this Grineer galleon can be made compatible with your ship. Find and extract a navigation segment.
Got it, Lotus. Go in here. We don't really have to kill anybody, but you know me, I love killing as many people as possible here. As you probably remember in previous episodes, I like to go Rambo style. Even if it's time to extract, I'll stick around just to kill a few more of them. This guy loves revenge. Fools!
You have murdered my sons and disgraced me before my queens. But soon, the Ascaris will complete its task and bring you to me.
You're wasting precious time, Tenno.
He thinks I'm disgracing him. Has he looked in a mirror lately? Alright, so the objectives are over here. Mess around with this old device. Oh, I hate these little rolling things. They attach to you and then
You're on the sensors now. You've been detected.
they'll do some damage. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a pesky annoyance trying to actually make contact with it, but that's alright. Let's try to take these few guys out before we actually do whatever I have to do with this thingy-bobber here. With the Ogres, always aim at something that's stationary. Don't aim at a moving target. It's foolish. Alright, so where is it? Oh, there it is.
Good work. We have what we... Wait. Tenno, coordinates in this nav segment put the galleon on a direct course to a convoy of colonists. You have a choice. You can extract now, or you can disable this galleon and save the colonists. Saving the colonists could jeopardize this mission. I recommend you head straight to extraction, but the choice is yours. The Ascaris failsafe is attacking your systems. Your shield capacity has just been halved. You're wasting precious time, Tenno.
Damn it, it's gonna be okay. Now that's actually really cool. We're having a little mini mission, optional mini mission pop up in the middle of this one. I hope they do more of this in the future. Obviously I'm gonna have to go and save them. I'm not gonna leave without doing it. Even though I can be pretty evil sometimes, I generally take the good approach. Like, even if I play something like, let's say Infamous for example, I generally would do the good karma playthrough first. This seems to make most sense to me. Oh yes, sliding kills for the win. Alright, so I can either go to the green extraction or the yellow mini mission, so we're gonna do that first.
I'm detecting a large security force heading your way. It's the Grineer.
Oh, and something I completely forgot to point out. I really like how they actually have the voice of whoever's popping up like Lotus.
The ship's power systems. Destroy the reactor.
Like Lotus, for example, is actually coming through the game sound now. It's not just coming through the PlayStation 4 controller. Just gonna lay down a snow globe here to protect us while we destroy this reactor. All we have to do with this is destroy each rod on here and then it'll be completely demolished. Generally, there's always somebody who likes to hop up here and melee it like I'm doing, but you can also shoot if you want to.
That should take the pressure off the colonist ship, but you need to get out of there. Get to extraction before the reactor goes critical.
Now see, it would make more sense to me right now if there was actually a timer going on. Oh yes. Demolished all those poor fools. And we must get to extraction now. See, because if there was actually a timer going on, there would be an actual sense of urgency to get out of here. And it would make more sense because supposedly that reactor is going to destroy the ship. I can only assume it will happen as the game progresses through development. I love the range on this thing. Not even anywhere near some of these enemies that I'm killing them with it. Yeah, Orthos Prime. Alright, one last snow globe. That can be used as a good tactical advantage, even though I really didn't need it, but mission
The
complete.
colonist ship has escaped. I admire your noble intentions, Tenno, but you must survive for the future of the system.
That won't be a problem. I can literally not lose this game. I'll keep coming back no matter how many times I die. Alright, so got a decent amount of experience that time. Not really. The most important thing is the Mercury nav segment. And a few little mods there. Quick look at the stats, and let's continue.
Awaiting navigation upgrade.
Alright, so it looks like I have to install the segment right in here.
Oh, did it have to be Mercury? The heat drives me. Solar rail navigation to Mercury enabled, operator.
Excellent. Very, very excellent.
The detonator is charging up. You need to bring Vor down. He thinks he can capture you again. Don't worry. I will be with you. Let us show him how much you have learned.
Awesome, so now I must confront Vor. Let's change our Warframe before we head off of that. So considering I'm probably going to have to solo him in a boss fight, gonna need somebody especially good here. The question is, who shall I choose? So many good choices. But Ash is the winner. Alright, so I believe this is pronounced Tolstoy. It's an assassination mission. Target is Captain Vor. Levels range from 2 to 5, and we must confront Captain Vor, obviously. So let's go get him! Infiltrated!
This is our chance. Vor has been stripped of his elite guard. He is vulnerable. Take him out.
You got it. So we're gonna go find Vor. I'm assuming it's gonna be the same tile set that it's always been for him. Oh, nice. We're gonna stealth kill these guys. Oh, let's see if we can get a nice ogre shot in here. Come on, get multiple guys. Alright, I'll take it. And those two were completely oblivious to what just occurred in front of them. Good job, guys. You can see why Vor chose you. Alright, so we're going to insert our way through these pipes, and he's going to be a little bit away from here. We'll ride the elevator up. Now, I do have the option to use stealth with Mr. Ash here. He is a stealth Warframe, of course. You can go invisible and also stun enemies with his smoke grenades, smoke bombs, whatever you want to call them. Alright, here we go. This is the room where he'll be located, so we'll find him in just a moment. This will be a nice little flashback episode.
Foolish Daniel, do you realize your Lotus has sent you to die?
Well, not today. Now, I'm going to assume the Ogress isn't going to be the best choice here.
You will join us, one way or another.
The assassination target is here. Wipe them out.
Alright, so I've got to worry about him teleporting all over the place. And yeah, I'm going to assume this isn't the best option. So I'm just going to try to melee him as much as possible here.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
Strike through the rainier.
Why, was he temporarily took my shields down? Yeah, good job. I'm still going to kill you, but good job. Oh, and he's only level 23. Ash is level 30, so this shouldn't be too difficult. I don't want to play with that.
Your corpse will serve us well.
Alright, so he has 3 different forms. Each form ends after he loses all of his health and he goes into his little bubble. So that's the second one down. He has 1 more to go. He's turned invisible here. This will really help us out. At least recharging shield-wise.
Strike through the rainier.
Oh, he has the same taunt. Shut up.
Tenno, look. The Ascar's detonator has just disintegrated. It's as if it was directly connected to Vor. You're done here. Go to extraction.
Alright, so technically I just murdered Vor, but that's not going to be the last we'll see of him. It'd be nice, but just won't be the end. No, just no. I can't wait for the whole story to actually be implemented. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to do a complete playthrough over again once that actually occurs. So I want the complete story to be all wrapped up and everything. Now, this game is a continuation of a game called Dark Sector's storyline, so I know a lot of people actually randomly point out that Excalibur appeared in the game. That's why. They're directly connected storyline-wise. And that is another mission complete. So we've got the Venus nav segment. Got a few fusion cores, not bad. Overall, job well done. Alright, and that should officially be the conclusion of VOR'S Prize, the quest to get the Venus nav segment. I'm assuming for a new player that would be useful because it opens up Venus on the solar system, then you can just continue through the missions like I had been up to this point in the series. Let us continue.
You've done it, Tenno. VOR'S Ascaris is gone. You are free now. But your work has just begun. The origin system is in chaos, and it needs you, Tenno. VOR was just a part of the Grineer machine, and we have seen that the Corpus have begun amassing weapons of their own. It is a dangerous time.
Ordis will gladly assist the operator in cutting a bloody path in whatever mission they choose.
We will be at your side. There will be others too. It is time for the Tenno to return. So, what mission will you do next?
Alright, so that is officially the end of this quest. I have to say, this was a much, much better way to introduce new players to this game. Definitely a whole lot more epic than it was before. It just kind of felt like an afterthought, not really well done. Obviously, it needed more development time, which is why it's still in open beta, but definitely a great way to introduce new players to the game finally. Anyway, so guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click like if you did and you want to see more videos in this series. Also, if you've not already done so, hit subscribe to become a sneaky today. That way you can continue to follow this series in the future and never miss another video in it ever again. And I will see you next time for some more Warframe on the PlayStation 4.